Good morning. How are we doing, chat? I hope the weather where you guys are is good. We have wonderful weather today. What do you guys think of the last thing that we released on Sanctuary Records? Thoughts? This is the 50th release. Kind of crazy to think about. I remember when we were doing release 2 and 3, and I was like, whoa, oh my god. Releases, crazy. And now, 50 songs later, kind of crazy to think about how many tracks it is. Insane. Alright, let me pull up the chat. Hello, Conky. I hope you have a banger ID for us today. Yo. Alright, I am going to kick off the feedback session now. Very cool track though. Hello, any feedback for the drop would be fantastic. Let's begin. Future bass. This looks like a shorter one, but whoa. Very, very cool. I'm gonna listen to this one more time. Very cool. Guy Arthur vibes, kind of, yeah, with the vocal chop especially, it definitely has that. I think if you wanted to take it in more of a Guy Arthur direction, you would need just a little bit more, like, growly bass layers. I think in general, you could benefit from just, like, experimenting around with the bass. Maybe just making it a bit more powerful and also doing some automations to it so that it's evolving over the course of the whole drop would be kind of nice. But the snare also could be a bit more powerful. I mean, it's good. It just feels like it needs maybe like a slightly wider layer, just like an extra tonal thing to really make it pop. Because you have a good bass snare, but in my opinion, you could just make it bigger. Some reverb automations as well for the vocal chop could be cool. If they are in here, which it doesn't sound like they are, but if they are, you could just make them more dramatic. Also some extra little bit of OTT on the vocal chop with, yeah, a bit more saturation or something just to really get it feeling powerful. But it's a really, really good idea. I really like it. It just needs like more production, maybe some reverses as well to really suck you into some of the snares. Just details really, but your foundation is great. Super, super great. I'd love to hear you make like a break for this. You could definitely take some inspiration from Guy Arthur or even some people like Bella, Oddcube, Ruined Kid. Like all of those guys would make for great references for this style of drop. I really don't have much more to say. I think this is already solid feedback. Solid track, Trapped. This is a nice cover. Like this. Looks so crispy. I could like stare at this for a solid 5 minutes, but I won't. Alright, Trapped. My best work ever, recorded some elements IRL, and yes, this is the same vocal, but a girl version. I don't know what the same vocal is, but I drew my profile picture. Oh, nice. It's like hidden by my camera, but oh, okay, cool. Very nice. Alright, let's listen. Damn, that's crazy. Man, Hayes, I love how creative you're getting with this genre. Like, it's not that future bass isn't like a interesting genre. Like, even just like the generic stuff can be really nice to listen to, but it has a similar problem to Future Browns where it can get very easy to stay in the same sound. Like, especially if you're working with like saw chords, it can be very easy to stay in the same sound. But this is cool. I really like how you're bringing in lots of other elements to really give it lots of character without losing the future bass feel. Okay, I have a bunch of I have like no like big notes of like this is a big thing you need to fix. It's just like a lot of small suggestions of things you could do. So I'm just gonna run down my list. First thing I'll note as well, if you're thinking about like looking for references to finish this track off, definitely go listen to some Imanu tracks. This definitely has some similar vibes, so that's really good. I think in the breaks your vocal could use a bit more presence. It's kind of getting buried by the other elements. Maybe that's what you're going for, but you could give it a little bit more high end to just make it like peek out over the mix a bit. Also for the vocal, some throws or delays could be nice, like, you know, to have like an automated delay, so it's delaying in certain parts, giving it a little bit more kind of effects and character. Let's see. You could also, in the break, maybe use a bigger reverb. I mean, it is already kind of big, but like here, for example, there's this feeling like it's a bit too closed. You could definitely have it, especially the ambient stuff, be a lot wider and more open. As far as the drop goes, I mean, this is super cool. I think the only like big feedback I have is like the kick pattern, which just feels a little bit overdone. I definitely see the stylistic choice of like having a lot of kicks and using it to create a lot of movement, but I don't know, maybe it's just the specific kick sample, but it feels a bit too much. Like, it's just like constantly there's a kick going on. Like, you're not really letting any of the elements breathe at all. So I'd say maybe like try experimenting with removing maybe like a third of the kicks, just like selectively go into the pattern and start just like muting a few kicks here and there and just seeing how it sounds overall. You may find that you still need that percussive element there, but you could maybe, instead of have a kick, replace it with something else, you know, a bass shot or something, to still get the same effect without it feeling, you know, repetitive and overbearing. The snare is cool tonally. Maybe you could add like a slightly harder transient to it. I mean, it's okay. Like, it definitely fits the vibe. It's just a thought I had where it feels like it's not coming through clearly, but that may actually be what you want. Last note is the arrangement doesn't really have any contrast, so there's no crazy places other than here where you really like completely settle down, and like I could totally hear like a piano break. You can maybe do that for the outro, just have like at the end here like a like Super Botanica style of thing. Yo, Toxic Wraith, what's up? Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope everything is slowly like getting back to normal after the earthquake. I haven't been following up with the news, but I can imagine that's definitely overall quite a shock. Funnily enough, the day after that, there was an earthquake as well at my parents' place. And they live in a place where there should not be any earthquakes, so it's very weird. Everyone was like, texting me like, oh my god, there was an earthquake here. And I'm like, a what? Like, oh, you mean like in Taiwan? They're like, no, here. And I was like, huh? Yeah, very crazy. Okay, thank you. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. Breaking Point VIP. I already listened to this, but we'll listen to like the first half of this. But it is very cool. By the way, Hayes, I hope that all of that feedback is helpful. What? I am fighting this inside of me. I'm following I like this clap pattern thing. That's so cool. I love this trend that like all of the producers are like starting to make like incorporate like really different other genres, like going like super side trance with their own tracks, or like Toxic Wraith made a really nice I think it was side trance drop for Mofox Deeper. I know the remix is up somewhere. I heard it the other day. Really great remix. You guys should listen to it. Yeah, I'm super enjoying like people going out into different genres. Funnily enough, in the Sanctuary sessions on Monday, there is actually a hardstyle track, and I think it's probably my favorite ID out of the whole thing. I mean, there's a lot of really, really good IDs. I've basically included only IDs for this episode because I feel like we should come back and do something cool. Australia never gets earthquakes. Really? I feel like that's a lie, but maybe. I'm not super familiar with like all the tectonic activity. Tear Out-ish. Tear Out with this cover, it makes me very interested. Alright, let's listen. I didn't even give you feedback, but this is already released, so it's not much point. Whoa. Grimy. Okay. Cyberpunk?
Nothing goes wrong if show length digits on tricks and still hold.
Okay. Jesus.
You told me how to hate and hope we leave it all behind.
Whoa. Okay, Kinetic is going like even further down like the dubstep route. That's so insane. Oh, I love this bit. You need a much harder snare though. Like this needs like the big fat metal snare with like some crazy effect on the end of it. There's like a phaser going through it, like through the tonal section, just to go stupid hard. Someone is angry today for real. I mean, this already is like, yes, we like very like grimy. To be honest, as far as like, I mean, you'd need to finish this, of course, but like this sounds like a Silken Wood track in terms of like bringing two different genres together and stuff. As far as feedback, definitely on this area, I can definitely see the like company if you're, I'm sure you're familiar with this, but Company does this thing where always on the like second drop or like the second half of a drop, he has this like ascending fucking lead that goes on it. You hear it quite often in trap tracks as well, where there's this like lead going on in the background that's just like adding so much energy, and it's usually very sustained, which especially when you have this like singular flow going on can really just accentuate everything and make it more exciting. For this, the machine gun part is really cool. But again, the snare feels like it needs that to create more movement, more tone. It also felt a bit out of nowhere, but that's kind of maybe what you were going for. But maybe you could even have like the gunshot sort of coming in on the build up just to get a bit more emphasis in there. I really don't have much more to say. It's just super cool. I hope you finish it. Thank you, Mouse. ZYX, Be Together, Colab, All Ost done. AIOST done. That's how I'm gonna read it. Alrighty. Alright, let's go.
You lost that sparkle in your eye. Your I love you sounds different, I don't know why. You said we'd be together. You said it was forever.
Okay, nice.
I watch you walk away, and that's the price I pay. You said we'd be together. You said it was forever. I watch you walk away, and that's the price I pay.
Ooh. Wow. Paolo, I already heard it on my own. I know it's hardstyle. Look, here, we'll listen to the hardstyle bit at the end of the stream, maybe.
To give my heart.
This break is so nice.
You said we'd be together. You said it was forever. I watch you walk away, and that's the price I pay.
Nice.
You said we'd be together. You said it was forever. I watch you walk away, and that's the price I pay.
Whoa, keychain. Whoa.
To give my heart. To give my
Super, super cool. Nari, I just have to like commend you. It's really cool watching your like breaks and stuff really start to evolve, and become a lot more detailed. And especially like the movement. The movement's really good on this one, where it feels like from the get go you're already like have some general movement, a little bit of groove, not necessarily coming from just like a shaker, but coming from like the way the instruments are moving around. So that's super well done. As far as feedback goes, the claps here I'm not a super big fan of. Like maybe you could make it a snap instead, just so that it's a little different. You can maybe have a clap and a snap layered together. Might sound nice, might not. I just think the clap sounds a bit too buried in the mix, and I don't know, a little bit boring personally. But that may also just be my taste. It might actually be right for the track. The stereo width on the leads could definitely be improved. Like they're wide, but it feels like they're wide like this in terms of frequency range. If this is like the highs and this is the lows, it feels like the mids are very wide, but the highs somehow don't feel wide. That may also just be because it needs some extra high end so that you really feel it. If you have Pro Q or any EQs where you can specifically affect the side range, you may just want to boost the sides, like instead of like using mid side, just boost the sides on the high end a little bit. You know, maybe 2-3 dB. See if that makes the leads feel a bit fresher. You could also use the plugin Fresh Air, which I'm pretty sure is free. I think it's by Slate, if I'm not mistaken. But that plugin's really good at just adding like extra breadth and top end in a way that feels really satisfying. Like it doesn't feel too harsh. It's pretty good at automatically selecting the frequencies that it should be boosting. So you could definitely try that to open up the mix as well and just make the width a bit better. The last piece of feedback is on the key change. It's cool. I like key changes, but it feels like you're not setting. Somewhere there's a really great Jacob Collier video that explains how to do this, but there's a couple of chords that are really great for shifting between key changes because I think it's the ones where the notes are all equally far apart, but the interval of the notes makes it really easy to change between keys. So you may want to see if there's a chord that you can sort of shift to for this pre-drop that's like, oh, okay, this is like kind of weird, and then it feels very natural to shift into this key with. You could also maybe have the vocal play over this and then slide up. Like you can have the whole thing just slide up into the new key, and that could sound also quite cool. You kind of just got to experiment here, but I think I gave this feedback as well to another track last week. It's like key changes are good, but you do have to set them up or they feel not as satisfying. What's going on in chat? Most annoying plugin I've ever installed. 30 different logins. I mean, I guess I forget what it's called. This login's be more secure than the Pentagon. True. And yet I'm pretty sure you can still crack most of these things. But once you do have it, it's quite a worthwhile plugin to have. Nari, I hope that helps. Enron Fantasy Green Dragon Remix. Sorry, only one drop. Alright, let's take a listen.
Last time I saw you, I remembered I was deep into a lie after another, and it's true. I'm the worst thing after you. Where are the memories of our fantasy? Oh, after we're out of it, would you remember me?
Chat, it seems we've been had. Keep the grind on real. Ooh, okay. 10 out of 10. Send to Spinnin' for sure. They definitely will want this. Actually give you one of their emails for sure, because I definitely have that. And yeah, release immediately. Send it also to Martin Garrix. He will definitely play it live. This is a banger. This is hard on mute. Yeah. Moving on. Someone please clip that. Imagine if they actually accept it. Guys, Alvin Mo. I'm so high. That's crazy. High on a feeling, for sure. Alright, dumb idea. Who sent this in? I must know. Who sent the Dropbox link? Flame is Nugan. Alright, let's go. Ooh. Bright and colorful. Krokon.
Think you can flame me, think you can break me, but baby I don't have the time, no. Cause once you hurt me, I'll try and fool me, I'll just erase you out my life. No, I can't love you anymore, I'm closing all my doors for you. Cause I can't go back like before, I'm stronger than you know. It's true now, baby, I'm so done.
Okay. Ooh. ABMs. I see where you're coming from with that haze. Saying done, not dumb. Baby, I'm so dumb. Kinda real though. Is this 128 BPM? I assume so. It's 128 or 126. I don't know why, but this feels like an AI generated track. No, it definitely doesn't feel like an AI generated track. Nari is the one with the AI OST. Anyway, as far as feedback goes, I have to say overall the track feels weirdly EQ'd. There's definitely something going on with the vocals where like it has some weird resonances in it that aren't super satisfying, and it feels like the high end is there but not in a nice way. Like it feels like it's missing some brightness, but yeah, you definitely have to work on taming some of those weird resonances. The drop is cool. It does feel quite muddy as well. Yeah, something about it just feels like you have applied some like really heavy like tape saturation or something that's crushing a lot of the like high end in a weird way. But I'm not entirely sure what's going on. As we have Ziz. So I would definitely take a look at how you're distorting things and how you're EQing stuff. You could also maybe add a vocal over, like just leave the vocal running over this. Or maybe like a little vocal chop. So something like that, you know, just like a little thing to harmonize, add to the whole thing, give it some more ambience as well, to the drop I mean. And it also feels a bit too repetitive. It's nice when you bring in the... You also bring in like a little bit of vocal in there, so it has some variation, so that's nice. The kick you could change. Like, I'm not sure if it's just the master or something, but it does feel a bit like... The kick is kind of like... Has a decent transient, but it has no thump to it. Which for this type of style, you definitely want a bit of a thumpier kick. It should definitely have some meat to it. This type of kick works better for genres that are like more like future bouncy direction, I think. Yeah, I think that's my feedback. I hope that is helpful. Competition for Quadron Unmastered. Quadron. When did I make this face? I didn't even realize this was me at first. I thought it was like one of the characters from Bug's Life. The fuck? Love that. Another Rush track. Ah, love it. Sometimes those are the best ones. Ambience, dynamics. Love it.
Ever since you came back, I can barely breathe. All the talk about you, you're all I can see. Wish I wasn't hung up on somebody like you. Heard you found some new friends and got a new vibe. Didn't think that you'd change in the blink of an eye. I remember who you were back when you were mine. I keep running through the dead
Cool snare.
Last time you looked me in the eye, you said that everything was fine. I'm still patching up my heart, still driving out to where we park.
Pulled a knife on it. A kitchen.
Whoa.
Kitchen knife.
Ooh. Ooh.
Rewind time.
Vamos, and they go, sing, 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 sing.
Huh?
Fair enough. I guess here, like, I kind of have to comment on just like the volume. The volume is like too low. don't know what it is, but something about it is just like it's not loud. It's not like bumping. You know what I'm saying? It needs to have like more distortion on everything. Bass needs to be thicker. Yeah, especially in like the mids and the top end. It feels like it's just not. Because the sub is like pretty fat, but it's not like making my brain shake, which is what this type of genre is supposed to do. The ambient stuff is cool. The vocal, also similar to the last track, has very weird frequencies in it. It's not even this weird frequencies in this one, it's just it needs to be EQ'd a bit differently. Like boosting the mids to make it feel more present. A little bit of 10K as well to add some clarity. I like this distorted vocal. I like the Jaws vibes here. The fills are cool as well, but I feel like you could also use some more drum fills in there. Or like also reverses to give it more... I don't know, because you have like these singular cool fills, but it feels like they're not busy enough. The color parts also need much more top end and like, again, volume and like distortion. I'm gonna head out even though I have a submission coming up. I mean, okay. Next submission in 10 minutes. That's fine. Yeah, cool. Let's see how we're doing on time. That's fine. I hope that helps. Ooh, Wakus ID. Let's go. 06. I wonder if this means like the 6th track or the 6th submission. If this is the 6th track, I want to like, that's it. I quit. Anyway. This beep in the left is a creative choice for sure.
Take this shit.
Damn. Very, very cool. Yeah, man, you have such like an interesting style. I think the two big points of feedback are like, one, this left beep thing is cool, but it does need something going on in like the right ear to complement it, because otherwise it feels super like, I feel like I'm listening to it like this. I'm like, huh, what the fuck? So maybe just like a little ambience thing. It doesn't have to be like also a beep. It can just be something else that's going on in the right ear that makes the whole thing feel a bit balanced and like gives even more contrast as well to the left leaningness of this. And it's like, okay, cool. We're like, you know, you can automate them as well, build it into this then.
Take this shit.
The drums also need way more punch, because right now the drums, I can kind of hear them in the background, but they're not driving the track at all. Like especially transient wise, like they're just not punching through the mix in any way. So this might just mean that you need like stronger sidechain, or that the kicks themselves and like the other drums need a little bit more transient to them. You may just need to transient shape them harder, or find ones with like kicks, for example, with stronger pitch automations that really have that like, you know, that pew pew thing in the front. Yeah. I love when it goes 4/4 though. It sounds really, really cool. Again, the drums just need more power to them. Super sick. Armin van Buuren, Gutty Bay, Phone Down. Maurice West remix remake. Alright, let's judge your remake. I'm gonna skip through though because it's definitely copyrighted.
Stay in the back of the bar in the dark, saying we're too crazy. I just ain't do. And I
Trying not to lose the copyright war here.
cause I need your picture. Phone down, phone down.
Oh, this is cool.
All I'm seeing is you. Do something too crazy. I just ain't do. No, I just won't go.
This is pretty cool. I would need to listen to the original to give you like really great feedback. Unfortunately, I'm not super good at feedbacking remakes. But yeah, I mean, definitely keep an eye on how you're distorting things. It also feels quite, I don't know, like I'm missing the mids here, which I am familiar with some of Maurice West's music. He definitely doesn't have like a ton of mids, but he doesn't ignore them either. Like it feels very much like there's a hole here. This is like an OTT EQ curve where you have like sub and bass, and then there's just the mids, and then you come back to the high end at like 4K, and you're like, yeah. Yeah, take a look at like 1.5K, I think, where you could really just like, let me try it on my own Chrome EQ. Not quite like that. Like, it's not perfect. It always sounds like a bit muddier now, but that's what happens when you have mids. But it does sound to me like a lot more present and emotional. This also comes down to like, I'm EQing the whole thing. You probably don't want those mids coming in from your basses. You want it coming from like the leads and the chords and stuff. So, grain of salt, but I would definitely give that a go, focusing on the mids a bit more. Breaking Point VIP. You know what? Let's just listen to the hard style. Need the energy. I'm feeling so tired today. Whew.
There's a darkness inside of me. I'm following blindly. I am fighting for control, and nobody seems to know. I can't breathe. I'm suffocating. I can't see. I'm at my breaking point.
It's hard style time.
Follow you.
Wow. Nice kick, man. Super sick. I made that kick? Hell yeah. What type of label would I send my type of genre to? A great question. I'm not sure. I mean, the big takers that I know of, I don't know. Where do I normally listen? Like, future bass wise, I'm familiar with like NCS. There's definitely a couple of like future bass dedicated labels, but I mean, there's never something that I was like following super hard, so not super familiar with it. Yeah. All the stuff that all the people who do dubstep probably also do future bass, so definitely start there and see what you think. ID, switch it up. All right, let's go. This is a very Nexus chord preset. Cool. Oh, nice. I like that effect at the end. It's really sick. Cool. Very cool. Something about this as well reminds me a lot of like the Dual Mind and like a lot of this like older type of style. I have to admit as well, with some of the effects and stuff in here, it does feel a little bit like 2015, 2017. Not a bad thing, it's just a thing, but it does make it sound a bit like an older track. Found a label that releases only Shameless type, but hasn't released in like 2 years. Unlucky. Yeah, I think really like this is missing like a much harder master. Like from a loudness perspective, it's definitely not competitive. I think part of that also comes down to EQ. I think you're just missing some EQ, like filling up the whole frequency range. I think you could also benefit from a vocal on this track, especially for here. Like it's cool, but it is definitely missing like a top line or a vocal chop in here to really fill it out, or something else could also work, but vocals are kind of broken. Like they do so much to breathe life into a track. More automation in your drop I think could also help. Because like especially for here it's like and so it definitely needs something in the synth to give it more movement, more distinct character, because otherwise it just feels like and that's a little too like straight. Yeah, I think I don't know that I have any like more nuanced feedback than that, unfortunately. So like yeah, just like make the mix and the master juicier. Black Claws. Guys, I think this is this photograph is really cool. I definitely think it's a real photograph of a human being. Oh, this is like dark. No, Mo, I'm not gonna jack it to it. It's a very like soft snare roll.
Extraterrestrial.
Yep. Is that Summer from Overwatch? Is it? No. Eh? I kind of see what you mean, Hayes. Yeah, it could be. Maybe somebody did like an AI render in like a different artist style.
Extraterrestrial.
Well, I like that extra synth you've added. Microphone. Okay, cool. Man, bits of feedback. More sidechain, I think. Like the sidechain could just be harder. And I don't know if it's being applied to all the elements, so I'd check on that. I feel like for this like cyberpunky genre, you definitely want to have like more hard sidechain. Like it should be noticeable. It's like instead it's like it's like, you know. It just sounds nice. I mean, it kind of has that, but maybe it's just the way the basses sound. I think you could also introduce more automation, specifically like more things panning around would be nice. So sort of going around and around, you kind of just let the bass sit in the middle, and then, you know, have things moving around, have like little phasers going through. Shaper boxes really makes this like really easy because you can just have things moving around and doing stuff. Obviously, doing it with automation clips is even better, but not everybody has the patience for that. Sidechain has to be intense in Cyberpunk, for sure. For sure. That's really it. Like, the bass could be crunchier. Maybe. Like it could be have like a little more bite to it, but I feel like it's just also a chiller cyberpunk track. So here I will say it feels a bit too much low end, too many like low mids. So when this comes in, it doesn't feel as heavy as it should. I feel like it's generally preferable to leave the shit like a little bit more open. Open meaning not as much low end, not as like grounded. But on the other hand, this also makes it feel like more dark. So it's definitely a creative choice. I hope that helps. Toxic Wraith Blade, in love with you. Oh hell yeah! I like that you have this up here. What is going on in the background of this picture? Huh? Crazy. Can you recognize where we are? I'm trying to. I'm not managing. What is this? Eh? Huh? This could be any shop in the Netherlands or in Germany. Interesting. Alright, let's take a listen. He can... Ah, okay. Oh, I recognize this from your ID showcase. Oh my god. I was waiting for your voice to come on. Oh, and it's at Boom Chicago. Oh, now I recognize it. Is that Team MBL, right? One of my eyelashes fell down. This piano is so satisfying. A fake out? Nah, don't do a fake out. Nice ending. I'm curious, did you record did you guys record the piano like in person, or is that like a digital instrument per se? Two big points of feedback. It's like two points of feedback. Like the track is fucking sick. I don't even need to tell you that. This picture, bro. The drop feels quite center focused. Like it's not mono, but it feels like it just could benefit a lot from having a more stereo on this lead. I don't know, something about it feels like it's more closed, and it feels like the sound wants to be more open, but it isn't yet. So maybe try just like widening a bit, just like on the top, maybe to give the impression of it being wider without having to go too crazy with it. Especially for like phase and stuff for club tracks, you want to be careful. The other thing is like here, especially, you could do like some vocal throws, I think. Like, it feels like there's a little bit of delay, but I would like literally copy the vocal and like shift it over to where she stops singing, and then do like process it so it's like a really hard auto-tuned and then with this like crazy delay on it. That way it gives us like cool, you reverb it then obviously, and just gives like this cool like throw impression of like, ooh, okay, there's like more stuff going on. And also you can build out the stereo image a bit more. Pianos from Hekin, real piano, nice. Sounds like the Labs one. And not really. If you're talking about the soft piano, it doesn't sound like that. Soft piano is, oh, love soft piano. So good. Such a good sound. Yeah, that's kind of it. I hope that's in some way helpful. But super sick track. And yeah, I just think of your ID showcase every time. Damn, not soft piano. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of other things. The Grand, I see. Refresh the page. I'm afraid. Oh, nice. It's a little dude. And a cat. Oh, hi there. Bro skull emoji. We're in for a treat, guys. Let's get it. 10 minutes. 10 minutes he made this. Cool. I don't know what to tell you. It's nice. It's so hard to give feedback on stuff like this because it's like, you made it in 10 minutes. All the things that I'm going to tell you, you're going to do anyway. It definitely has like potential. You got to just build in like more variation and elements in there. The snare, yeah, the Haze definitely is like just using the snare because he's familiar with it. I have a feeling you'll switch it out eventually. Why is it so intense? 10 minutes. I would also make the snare intense in 10 minutes. I'd just be like, drop it in there. No EQ, no volume control. Just chung, 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 chung. Let it hit. Nils, we heard one from you already, so I'm going to bump this to back. I think we heard most of y'all already. Okay, I'm going to do this, this, this. Cool. And this one is next. Sorry, I don't have any feedback for you, Haze, but it was cool. Wah. Whoa. Lisan Al Gaib, Lisan Al Gaib. You can't see anything.
We will meet beyond the horizon.
Oh, like Deep House. Nice. Nice. Hardest announcement ever. Kind of real though.
Beyond the horizon.
Wow, this is super sick. This feels very like commercial, but in a very good way. I super like this. I love all the break stuff, especially like the drop is also super cool, but the break just has like such deep vibes. You've done a really good job with the synth work here. Cool. Let me feedback. Now, I feel like here in the very initial part, the kick is kind of poking out a lot. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to do this. Like, I don't listen to like deep house and like techier stuff that much, if at all. So I listen to more like deep house stuff. But it's very like melodic and soft. It's a bit more clubby feeling. But like here it feels fine, so it may just be a thing where you just need to automate it back slightly, the transient back just a bit for this section, and then bring it back. Because here it feels correct for sure. Feels like also a little bit of like high mids are missing. I want to play around with this a bit just to see if I can get an idea of where the frequencies I'm missing are. Yeah, it's kind of like just like more like high mid type of stuff. No, you cannot. Actually, Nickbin, depends. If you send one in like immediately, I'll put it in the queue, but I do have to go after this queue is finished. So I have like a couple more songs ahead of me. So be quick. Yeah, it just feels like maybe like between like, this is not usually a frequency range I like, but because the sound design here is so good, I feel like you could benefit from having like somewhere between like 5 and 9K, just like a little bit more brightness in there. But it might end up being too bright and not as warm as you'd like, so you know, up to your discretion. It's just an impression I had. I also think you could make the arrangement a little bit shorter here. Again, not super familiar with the genre, so maybe this is what a listener is expecting to have, but this arrangement feels like it's just long. Like it goes down here, and I would kind of expect this to now start going into the build, but instead you have a section here. Like I would kind of just expect it to go from here. Like you've already kind of got this emotional thing here, and then you can like stop and then just build it up into the next thing. You can keep this though. I would also maybe try distorting this white noise or like bit crushing it. And you can have that on an automation, so it's immediately like quite clean, and then it just like starts to crunch and get kind of cool. It might help, might not. You just have to try it out, but it's just a thought I just had. Overall, super sick track. I think you could also be a little bit more aggressive with your limiter, but again, you might not want to. Where's your track with Coletry? It's somewhere in the queue. I know I still have it in there. I need to know if the drop and build up are in the same key, bruh. I'm afraid.
But now I'm back from the dead, and you best believe I'm all right.
Yeah, they're fine. They sound correct. I use the Jarnsnare because it sounds the most hard hitting. I guess it definitely has like a lot of character to it. Jarnsnare is great, but I wouldn't abuse it too much because it, you know, you want to find something that's a little bit your own. Nils and Colletry, Adrenaline. All right. Let me check the. I mean, this is the last time I'm gonna check the queue, and then we'll close the submissions. Zeros and Nickpin. Where's my track with Afkara LP? Where's my track with TMH?
So I'm wide awake. Didn't wanna sleep anyway.
Ooh. Skrillex type of vocal, I like it. Nice. Damn, okay. Techno party. That kick is dope. Funnily enough, that's the thing I'm about to feedback as being not as dope. It's cool, but it just needs to be more, way more punchy. Okay, I'm gonna skip through a little bit because it's a long track. And I am short on time. It might just be the volume, yeah. Extended. This is, as far as techno goes, this is really cool. I really like the dedication to not just leaving it like super boring. It's got character to it. Really like that. The big note really is just that the kick needs to be louder. Like it needs to poke through the mix. If we listen to it on low volume, you can hear the kick, but like especially on the high end, it's really not competing. So you may just need like a top kick, something with a bit more top end punch to really just yeah, make it feel boom, 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 punching through the mix. May also be something with your sidechain where maybe there are some elements that aren't sidechained as when they should be. and that might be obfuscating the kick a bit, like masking it. But that's my big note. Other than that, everything is cool. Because the kick is actually quite cool now that I'm like paying attention to it. Of course, like it is a cool kick. I'm just like missing the bite. Especially because the elements are so bright, it definitely needs some top end. Alrighty, Zero remix. Let's go. Nice start. I don't think I'll get copyrighted for this. Top kicks ruined my life, and this is a story BuzzFeed article. Bruh. Yeah, the side chain's quite aggressive. Solitary confinement. It feels like I'm... Sick. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Okay, nice. Arrangement contrast. This is cool ass drum. This is cool. I don't know why, but this always reminds me, like these type of chord progression stuff remind me of both FNAF and Panic at the Disco. I don't know if that's actually the like similar like harmonies and chord progressions, but that's just what it makes me think of, which I think is funny. It's kind of hard for me to feedback this because like I can't get over like the drums are the sidechain is very aggressive. So I think you could make the sidechain a bit tighter in the sense like you can make the sidechain shorter. So the drums aren't like dunk, and then there's like a 100 millisecond space before or like that's what it feels like. There's like a pretty big space before the rest of the elements come back in. So maybe just play around with the sidechain if using a compressor, tweak the release. Why are you muted? Bruh. Am I muted? No, okay. I'm being trolled. My English is bad, bro. I'm not understanding much English. That is okay. I hope you can still enjoy the stream. I try my best not to talk too fast, but I get lost in it. It is what it is. Feedback wise, yeah, it feels like the drums are really far forward, and then the rest of the, I think of Car said it, the rest of the song feels like it's in the background. It kind of sounds like you have two songs that are vocoded against each other, and everything feels quite blended in. So I'm not sure if it's a question of just like EQ, which is probably what it is, where like a lot of the elements are probably occupying the same space, and so they're fighting a lot. So you do want to include like some different elements, or have EQ them in a way that you know, certain elements are taking up a certain set of space and they're not overlapping each other too much. Kyocon Russian stream when? Russian stream? Huh? I wish. That'd be actually kind of sick. This part feels fine, but then it's here when we... Yeah, also leveling wise, it just feels like the drums are too loud. So I just bring the rest of the song up, or realistically just make the drums a bit quieter and then have everything sort of leveled more evenly. That way they're matched to each other, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I also think your bass is taking up a lot of space. And because it's kind of all throughout the track, you really do notice that it's like, yeah, masking some other stuff. So first place to look might be the bass. I feel like the drums are too compressed, especially towards the drop. Yeah, they might be too compressed and also just overall too loud. But that might just be a result of the compression, or you've compressed it and made it really loud and not everything else is as compressed. Frenzy and Nickbin Machination. Dubstep. Nice picture, bro. Ooh. Nice ambience. We are in the back rooms together, everyone. I feel like I'm about to like do a yoga meditation thing. Now you will open your 7th chakra. Okay, here we go. Ooh, we're missing some bass here. Here also it feels like the drums are very far forward and the rest of the song is in the background. How to quit music? Wrong chat. Alright, see you, Afkara. Bye. Ooh, what's going on there? Feels like the arrangement is quite long. I think the lead could be distorted. I agree. 1 million distortion on master. That's alright. I mean, hey, we're here to give you feedback, not judge you. It's fine if the mix is not good. That just means that I can, like, help you more. Yeah, like here I'm confused why it sounds like this. It may also just be from a loudness perspective. Okay, I actually like the vocoded vocal being brought in. Big crush to the lead, also a good idea. Snare roll, where is it going? Yeah, the vocoder thing is cool. I think it adds like a nice contrasting element. This is kind of tough. This is tough for me to feedback because I feel like I'm in the same position as the last track where like it just feels like there's a lot of mixing problems where it's like hard to pick out one and be like, this is the thing that you need to work on. I think definitely work on the leveling of the drums to everything else. Because it feels definitely quite aggressive where like the drums are really in front and then everything else isn't. Like this snare is just super loud. Even with the kick. And then Nickman, do you have Ozone 11? I feel like most people don't have Ozone 11. Even people who use Ozone don't use Ozone 11. It's like you just use whatever you've got. Another comment is also that like a lot of the sounds are very much in the middle, which what happens with stereo is that when things are stereo, they're taking up in your brain like a different space. So when everything is piled together in the middle of the track, it feels like everything is on top of each other and you get a lot more of this masking thing. Whereas when things are stereo, you know, you're able to separate the stuff, the elements that are in the middle, like your drums and maybe your vocals, from like chords or leads and stuff that are going to be further out. Ozone 11 is free? No shot. I feel like the kick isn't bouncy enough. I feel like that comes down more to like some of the other elements, because like, yeah, I mean, is the kick bouncy? I mean, to be fair, I don't know if you're going for like a bouncy kick here. I think this kick is fairly appropriate. I think it's, if you want to go for some bouncy stuff, then you might want to try other stuff. You might want to look more at like the other elements. You're also making dubstep. Haze, Ozone 11 isn't free. I think Haze is trolling. I mean, yeah. There was a bundle. There's always a bundle. Not trolling. I don't believe you that Ozone would never be free. That sounds so tough. Yeah, work on the leveling, Nickman. That's my biggest take for you, is just like focus on like getting all of the tracks to like appropriate levels for each other. And for that, just like reference back and forth with other tracks and look like how loud are the drums compared to everything else, and then go to your track and be like, oh, okay, cool. All right, last one, Alvin Mill remix, unfinished.
Other times it feels so slow, like when we first fell in love, and when we had to let it go. All that we've done is try. Now all we can do is fall. It doesn't mean that we failed. It only means that now we know. And I hope you know, if all the stars align in the sky, then I will be.
How is this gonna become Future House? I'm very curious. This is a nice track though.
We can't
that's pretty cool. I'm on my 4th cup of tea right now. Looking caffeinated out. Cool. I like this. The track itself is fire. I'm assuming you probably did all this guitar stuff.
We fail.
I have no idea though. It might just be the drop. Either way, drop wise, for sure I can comment on. I like the overall sound direction here. I think you could add like a reverbed vocal shot. Like definitely bring in the elements of the break. And like the vocal's super nice, so just bring in elements of it into that drop. Thinking like a reverb vocal shot like, huh? And then just like long reverb, let the tail just wash over all of these elements. I think kick and clap choice are pretty perfect. The main synth feels a bit crunchy. Especially so compared to this more of like open bright break. So you may just need to either bring in more high end or like reduce some of the low mids. Trying to think what else. Also need some variation, but I'm sure you'll get to it. You can also maybe try and do some of the guitar melodies over this. But instead of just having them like pluck over, they could be maybe like reverse guitared. Like reverse guitar with the correct melody. But yeah, just playing in reverse. Could be nice. Whew. Okay, y'all. I'm going to end the stream here. Fantastic having you all. Oh, I love how my background image just doesn't exist. I wonder why. Oh, I know why. I forgot to change it. Overall, great stream. Very happy to have had you all here. Look forward to on Monday, new episode of Sanctuary Sessions. Actually, personally quite excited for that. Think it's gonna be really nice. Yeah. Goodbye, Kokan. Goodbye, Haze. Fantastic track today. Super excited to see in its like final state then. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I hope to see you all next week, and goodbye.